Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 5 and our topic is proper waste management for UNGS1201 Sustainable Development. We are from section 840 and 841. These are Group 5 members which are Nur Afifah Malin, me, Nur Aini Alia, Manissa Dahlan, Nur Farzana Shuhaida, Nur Insyirah, Nur Alia Shahira and Nur Afifah. Okay, so the next one is the table of content of this presentation. So first one is introduction by me, ask question by Manissa. The third one, what university has done, Alia and Aini. The fourth one is alternative and creative solution, Insyirah, Afifah and Farzana. For the conclusion and reference by Manissa. Okay, for introduction. So actually, how much waste we produce in a day? From my research, Peninsular Malaysia produce about 17,000 of waste, solid waste, every day in 2008. So, with the increasing population, just imagine how many waste we produce currently. So, without proper waste management, there will be scattered rubbish, there will be no systematic management of the waste, solid waste, liquid waste. So, it will cause harm to nature and even for ourselves. So, here the picture is the rubbish at Perhentian Island. So, to relate with the research in IIUM, so I also do some research on this. How many students in IIUM? So based on the Office of Internal Audit of IIUM, the total enrollment in IIUM for 2007 is 38,832 students. But how about now? Maybe a large more number. So we don't know. So this research is very important for us to counter main issue waste management in IIUM and the problems arose, the action of IIUM authority regarding this matter, improvement. We want to suggest some improvement and alternative solutions for the waste management, and we want to reflect as a students or staff. We want to reflect how our daily activities affected proper waste management in IIUM. From this research, we can realize the responsibilities of all parties regarding this matter to counter this matter. So, why this research? Why we want to do this research? We want cleaner and greener IIUM, and we want to nurture love environment thinking and ideology in students and staff of IIUM, which this ideology can be spread to around the world or or the nearest relative, friends, family, and we want to show good image of IIUM, clean and green environment, and the main important is we want to preserve the nature and animal for future generation. Sustainability in this research, we are not separated with the sustainable development goals. We are focusing on more than 5 sustainable development goals, which is the third one, the sixth one, seventh, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 17. You can read in the picture. That's all from me. So I'm passing the presentation to Manissa. Bye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Manissa binti Dahlan. I would like to present the issue on proper waste management in IIUM campus. There are a few issues on waste management that we should not take them for granted, especially if the issue affects the hygiene of the campus. So let us start analyzing the first picture in this presentation. First problem arises here is overloaded rubbish bins in Mahalla. The rubbish is dumped without any consideration by the students, even though the rubbish bin have reached their maximum capacity. And why does this happen? So the student felt that they are not accountable for this kind of situation due to ignorance and also maybe the act of selfishness. So next issue I highlighted here is the student disregard the sign on the rubbish bin before using them. A few complaints have been made by the High Committee of Mahallah highlighting this irresponsible act of the student. So as we can see here, recycle bins are restricted to certain type of waste such as white paper, plastic or glass. And unfortunately, the student just turned a blind eye to those signs and dumped in inappropriate trash in the bins. So beside the issue I have mentioned, another issue which is the dry and wet waste is not sorted accordingly in university cafes. Dry waste is a type of waste that can be recycled and wet waste is a type of waste that can be decomposed. So waste segregation is very crucial and needs to be taken seriously by the food operators. Wet waste such as food leftover in the cafe is a predominant cause for our next issue, which is unpleasant smell and pest infestation. Cockroaches and rats are two creatures that are usually attracted to readily available food source like the rubbish bins and dirty kitchen floors. And these pests eventually can spread harmful bacteria and germs to the food and the cooking utensil without us knowing. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Aini Alia binti Syamuddin from Kulliyyah of Medicine, Year 1. So my matrix number is 2015788. So for our topic today, the title is about proper waste management. So I will present about what the university has done concerning your topics. I will share about the activities outside and inside of the IIUM. So the first activities is Heal the World, Make It a Better Place. This program conducted by IIUM Toastmasters Club. This program was conducted on 20 October 2019 in Wadi Budi IIUM Gombak. So their activities is to share thoughts or experience about the environment. So the next program is Recycle Today for a Better Tomorrow. This program was conducted on 22 November 2020 at Mahallah Umm Kulsum in IIUM Kuantan. So the activities are the students just give ideas and they create the recycle bins in the mahallah just like in the picture at the right side. So the recycle today for a better tomorrow. So the third one is beach clean up program in conjunction to International Coastal Clean Up Day 2019. So this activity are conducted outside of the IIUM Kuantan or IIUM Gombak. So the venue is at the Pantai Pelindung. The collaboration between the IIUM Kuantan's Mahalah Green Club with the Malaysia Nature Society MNS Semambu and Alam Flora. So they will collect the garbage along the coastal, and then the collected garbage will be analysed for waste separation purpose according by category. This is to determine the type of trash most disposed of in the area. This is to determine the type of trash that most disposed in the area. So the International Coastal Clean Up Day are conducted on every year since 30 years ago. So the day carried out every third Saturday of September each year. So I think that's all that I want to share. My next person will share the other activities.
Okay, now I will continue about the action that our university had taken in this issue, the waste management. The first one is microbial super strengths for high quality biofertilizer. So this project was led by Muhammad Zahangir Alam at IIUM Environmental Engineering Research Center, which is led by one of our staff. So this is actually the high quality biofertilizer that we use by combining microbial superstrate with food waste to manage the food waste composting. This is to compost IIUM food and garden waste, and also this is one of the solutions to overcome current issue on food waste composting technologies that make the food composting take longer time to be processed. So it's like we have a lot of waste and it take longer time to compost them. The picture below shows the complete process flow for the production of fertilizer, the production of this project. And then the fifth one is the initiative that be taken, taken when had posted an article at IIUM official website, which was visited by all of the students and staff. And one of them is the article about waste management starts with us. So this article was taken from Star Metro News and it's really useful, and it's talking about how we manage the waste. And then this is like one of like effective way to raise awareness among the students and staff about the waste around us now. And the last one is the talk. So there's a talk led by President of Islamic Revealed Knowledge and Human Science Student Society, Amirul Nazmi bin Arizmi, on 12 March 2019, last year. The talk was about waste management and single-use plastic. So this talk is actually about how to reduce the usage of waste, and it's also focused on domestic waste, which is generated as a result of day-to-day use as part of waste collection and disposal system, which we use, and it's just talk about how we can manage our waste and also encourage the people to like lessen the usage of plastic. So that's all from us about the initiative that IIUM had taken according to this issue. Thank you.
What are our alternative and creative solution or plans to address our issue concerning proper waste management in IIUM? Let's proceed. For the issue of lack of cooperation among students, the Mahallah can organize a program called Mahallah Sweet Mahallah, which each Mahallah will have to make a list of names of students who live in that particular Mahallah and divide them into small groups according to their respective floor. Each group will take turns to take care of the rubbish on their respective floor every morning during the weekend. After they have finished their task, they may report to the person in charge of each mahalla and continue their everyday routine normally. Every student is involved in this program. By then, the mahalla will remain clean and each student is able to participate in managing waste correctly, thus see the importance of it. Subconsciously, every student will grasp the habit of managing their own waste properly so that it will ease each and every student who live in the mahalla also to the cleaner. Abu Malik al-Ashari reported, the Messenger of Allah said, cleanliness is half of faith. Based on this hadith, it shows that cleanliness is an important aspect of the high standards and values that are inherent in Islam. Through this program, we are able to counter the issue of deficiency of cooperation among students in managing waste in mahallah properly.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Afifah and I will be talking about the alternative and creative solutions or plan to address the issue, which is the issue of improper waste leading to unpleasant smell. So the first thing that we can do to combat this issue is to segregate the garbage. This is because keeping all the waste in one trash can will cause the different odors to mingle together and creates an unpleasant smell. So ideally, the waste separation should be separated into two groups, which are the first one is recyclable, which is dry waste, and the second one is non-recyclable, which is wet waste or residual waste. So recyclable waste includes paper, plastic, bulky waste, garden waste, and also others. Residual wastes include kitchen waste, food waste, contaminated materials, and disposable diapers. Residual wastes must be packed neatly into plastic bags or containers and placed inside a trash bin. Recyclable waste can be further divided into papers, plastics, and other recyclables such as glass or aluminium. So we must make sure to rinse all of the recyclable materials before putting them in their respective trash cans. So in total, we should provide 4 trash cans in each mahalla for each of these wastes. So the second thing that we can do is to use covered trash cans. This is because covered trash cans contain the smell inside the can and will not let any of the unpleasant smell out. The next thing that we can do is use odor absorbers to reduce the stink of the garbage. Now, there are a number of household supplies that can be used to absorb the odors in your waste bins. The first one is baking soda. Sprinkling baking soda all over the trash bins and inside the trash bags themselves can help reduce the odor. Second one is cat litter. Sprinkling of cat litter to the waste bin can help absorb odors as well as liquids. And the third one is coffee grounds. Putting well-dried coffee grounds in the bottom of the bin can help absorb the odors. And the last one is charcoal. The same thing, we can sprinkle charcoal at the bottom of the bin to help filter the odors and also absorb the unpleasant smell and reduce it. Lastly, to reduce unpleasant smell from the garbage, it has to be regularly cleaned, ideally 1 to 2 times per 2 weeks, using soap to avoid any smells from lingering. We can also wash the trash cans using a mixture of baking soda, lemon juice, and also vinegar to scrub the trash cans in between the trash takeouts to combat the unpleasant odor. That's all from me, thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farzana binti Shafilizan, and I'm going to talk about how we can encounter pest issues. First of all, we can remove any sources of food, water, and shelter that come from trash can, especially from wet waste. This is one of the reasons why we have to separate our waste between wet and dry waste. Secondly, we must discard the waste daily to avoid these pests from coming to the trash can. Actually, these pests are easily attracted to wet waste because they are always on the hunt for food, water, and shelter in order to live. Next, we have to organize our waste properly so that we can reduce clutter areas where pests can hide and start breeding in that place. Besides that, we can seal or close off any cracks or holes on the trash to avoid any pests from outside to enter the trash can and start breeding in it. The most importantly, we can use pesticides. What is pesticide? It is a chemical that either kill pests or prevent their breeding. For your information, pesticides can be classified according to the pest that they want to control. For example, insecticides to control insects and rodenticides for rodent. Pesticides also include chemosterilin and growth regulators that are used to interfere the normal pest reproduction and development. So I think that's it from me, and I'm going to pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Summary of the presentation, we must take care of the cleanliness of our environment, especially in educational institutions. A clean campus provides a conducive environment for students to study productively and also efficiently. Therefore, we must solve the issue on waste management to establish IIUM as a sustainable and also green campus in the future. Cooperation must be given by all IIUM communities regardless of their position in the university. One of the hadith, as mentioned in the presentation, the Holy Prophet said, try to be clean as much as you are able to. Verily, Allah has based the foundation of Islam on cleanliness. Hence, never can a person enter paradise but the clean ones. Thank you for listening to our presentation.